The Grow Garden 2 situation is starting to look really bad. In this video, we're going to be going over some of the most important and crucial things that are inside of the game right now and that are actually ruining your experience and you may not even know it. Previously, I've made videos informing the developers about it, but nothing has happened, so here we go again because it's gotten a lot worse. All that I ask of you guys is to watch until the end of this video. That way you understand everything fully and you know why it's important for it to be changed or fixed or whatever it may be. And if you do enjoy this video, all that I ask is that you subscribe. Thank you, and let's just get straight into it. So around 2 days ago from the time I'm recording, the devs went ahead and introduced the second clan battle. Now this one is a little bit different because one, now there is actually more rewards for every single tier of the thing. So this is a plus to the developers. Good job on that. But if we take a look, you will see that this clan wars says that your goal is to basically sell your whole inventory at once for the most shekels. Meaning that whatever your inventory is worth at a time, whether or not you use the double or nothing feature, which could possibly cost you your entire inventory, whatever your inventory is worth at a single time is what's going to set you somewhere in the leaderboard. For example, the clan I'm currently in, or I guess, yeah, just the top guilds in the game. If we go ahead and take a look at, for example, a random one, just this guy right here. As you can see, some of these players have made 20 billion shekels out of one selling. Some people have made 2 billion, 1 billion, all that. You're probably wondering how in the world have they made 20 billion? Well, let's just say it's not done very honestly. Now, if we take a look at my inventory, you will see a bunch of fruits here. The reason why I have every single one of these fruits favorited with a little star is so that way I don't actually sell it. And these fruits right here specifically are the best fruits inside of my entire inventory, meaning they're going to sell for the most shekels. For example, if I wanted to sell this single pepper and say how much is this worth, you will see this one pepper itself is worth 270k, and that is without the daily deals. But you're probably saying, well, Numerous, why is this clan war bad? How is this worse than the last one, especially? Because as you know, we had a lot of cross traders and exploiters in the last one. Well, first of all, if we take a look at the guilds, come over here to the guild and say view rewards. If you did not notice, now inside of this guild event, you're actually only being rewarded for the top 16 to 25 clans, which actually obtain the Black Dragon pet. The Black Dragon is a super pet, meaning it's one of the best pets in the entire game, and only top 25 is going to get it. Previously, it was the top 100 that was guaranteed to at least get some sort of pet. As you can see right here, guild event week 1, as you can see, 26 to 100 actually got the normal version, while 11 to 25 got the rainbow. Now with week 2, it's quite a bit different because now it is actually 16 to 25 that get the normal one, while 11 to 15 only get the rainbow. So for the people who do get it, yes, it's better. But what if I told you the people who are probably going to get it are doing malicious things? Yeah, so if we go ahead and actually take a look at the guilds again and go to the view leaderboard tab, pretty much every single clan has early signs of this. For example, the worst one is going to be the #1 clan, currently Halal Farmers, because they have 772 billion worth of shekels. Now, if I go ahead and click on this and we take a look, you will notice this. There's 2 accounts on here. One is Bali is Greedy, and the second one is called Just a Leveler. Both of these accounts have over 45 billion. This one has 53 billion, and there is a few that are pretty high up too. You're probably wondering how in the world did they even get things this high. The only way this would actually be possible is by getting things like dragon breaths that are humongous in size, like this one right here. As you can see, this one is 100 kg, so selling this thing would probably be worth a lot. I mean, let's just take a reference, right? Here's a dragon breath that's 35 kilograms, so a third of that one, let's just say. And how much is this worth? Trying to sell this thing will give us 3.35 million. It'll start fading away, but you get the point. It's pretty good. good. So if we're getting 3.35 million, which is that price for one that is 35 kilograms, one that's 100 kilograms, would actually be giving us around 10 million. But let's say since I decided to pay to win a lot and I actually got 1,000 fruits inventory space, I get 1,000 of those. If I were to multiply that by 1,000, that would give me 10 billion shekels for that one selling. However, just so you know, that means you would first of all have to get dragon breaths that are this big in size, meaning 100 kilograms. And on top of that, you literally have to get the electric mutation on every single one of them at the very least. The only way you would be able to skip this is by actually coming here and pressing the double or nothing, which has a pretty high chance. I believe it's more than a 50% chance to actually get nothing and lose your entire inventory, which ultimately means for the accounts that are inside of this clan, or like at just some very ridiculous numbers like Bali is greedy, they would have to actually get the double or nothing correct around 3 times in order to actually even get to this amount. So I immediately thought that there is no way this is possible, because how could this random account just do that? Well, I decided to do some research. If we come in here and type in Bali is greedy and head over to the accounts and actually scroll down at, first of all, their groups. As you can see, this person is in 2 groups. Both are which, have nothing to do with Grow a Garden 2. But that's okay, because then I decided to look at their badges. This is something I'm very curious about, to see how many games they played. As you can see, they have played Grow a Garden 2. Matter of fact, they have stuff that's over 100 kilograms. So odds are, they have some pretty good fruits. Now, if we take a further look and look at what other games they've played, okay, it looks like they've played like a few other games, but not that much. They've only played like ever 3 other games other than Grow a Garden. As you can tell, this person doesn't have a lot of badges. Matter of fact, you can also go ahead and take a look at their passes, and they just don't have a lot of game passes. Matter of fact, they only have 1 game pass inside of Grow a Garden 2, and that is the Rainbow Magic Carpet. So maybe this player could be legit. Now, in previous videos, I have told you guys about how big of a duping problem the game has had. So a lot of people do have tons of dragon breaths, like the ones inside of my garden here, but they're obviously duped. That's kind of something we all know about. And the bad part is the developers have actually done nothing to get rid of the dupes, and the only thing they've really done is nerf the amount of KG it can get after clans got very high up on the last leaderboard. And well, if you don't know, the top clan, which happened to be this clan that's currently 33rd in place, and the owner, this guy right here, ended up kicking like a lot of the people out the clan last minute. That way he can invite his alts in, get multiple versions of the pets, and just cross trade the rest, which, by the way, cross trading and selling stuff for money is bannable under Roblox's rules. But that's something to get into later, because I still wanted to dive deeper into this. I couldn't just come into an agreement that people are cheating based off of just one single person, obviously. So I wanted to go look at more clans, such as the second place one. And as you can see, this one has someone with 22 billion, and their username is Zenny0013. If we go ahead and look up this person and also do literally the same exact thing, one, you will see they don't have a lot of accounts. Matter of fact, they do seem to have a main account, which is this one. So this is probably someone's alts, to simply put it. But oddly enough, their main account, or their alt, the one that they have 50 or 20 billion shekels on, doesn't even have a fruit that is above 10 kilograms. So you're telling me an account that has never actually gotten something above a 10 kg fruit has been able to get 20 billion plus shekels at a time? You can also actually go ahead and take a look at their passes, and this one doesn't have any game passes, so we can't really say that they're safe and sound, because they've only played 2 games. One was Pet Simulator, and then the other one is up here, which is Grow a Garden. Now, I should obviously mention, don't send any hate to these players directly, because these guys, there's a very good chance a lot of people here do it legit, and some get very lucky with the double or nothing. However, odds are pretty slim, which is the problem. What makes it worse is when you find what the reasoning behind it is. As you can see, a lot of people, such as the owner of the #1 clan in the previous guild battle, was literally cross-trading. A lot of these guys actually just come up and just straight up cross-trade. And I should tell y'all, do not ever cross-trade. First of all, it's just going to ruin the experience for you because you're not even going to get to play the game fully at your own speed. But second of all, Roblox will ban you permanently for it if you do get caught doing it. So it's just not worth it. And instead of the developers coming in and fixing the duping problem or adding moderators inside of the game that actually punish people for doing things wrong, or even things like anti-cheat that prevent you from getting flung in public servers to where, you know, exploiters can steal all your stuff, they go and add something inside of the prop shop. Yes, I'm not even joking. This is what we got in the most recent update. A picture frame crate. That's literally it. That's it. We did also get 2 other updates a few days ago. Obviously, you know, you had the turtle. This one was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, W to them for this one. But then we got the strawberry sniper. This is also kind of useless because, bro, nobody's gonna play in a public server if there's tons of exploiters, okay? That's what you gotta fix first before people play in there. But overall, the guild event is something that's very pay to win because you can continuously upgrade your inventory space, which lets you sell more and more shekels at once. And, well, it comes very expensive in Robux because if I were to currently buy another upgrade after I fill out my inventory, I believe it's like 500 Robux, and it can go up to being over worth in total like 20,000 Robux just to get the max inventory space. And I do understand the developers wanted to add the turtle pet into the game, but this pay to win players can also get this, so it's really not gonna bridge a gap between anyone, to be honest. And to be fair, it does actually slow you down, so it is a little bit hard to actually use properly. Like, if I go ahead equip all these guys, let's just say I want to get the max inventory space as a free-to-play player, and let's just go ahead and max equip this. Let's get one more turtle in here. You'll see I am barely able to move. Bro, it would take me my entire day to get to the other side of the map right now. Yeah, so I don't really know how I feel about that. Like, at least it shouldn't slow you down. I feel like that's a little bit unnecessary. And who knows, maybe the developers could have added like guild upgrades to where you can upgrade the amount of inventory space every player that's in your guild can have. That would have been cool. I mean, the developers have already made things like a guild shop, except we've just never actually gotten it in the game, and instead we've gotten kind of random content. They did mention one thing they want to do differently with this game is instead of always updating on the weekend, they want to implement stuff slowly throughout the week. So that's obviously a thing that they're probably doing, hence why, you know, we're just getting one single item a day. But something like a picture frame should not just be becoming its own update. This is actually useless. Like, this did not need to get announced, bro. I mean, there's people who have literally provided a list of update ideas, and the developers have kind of just disregarded it. Like, for example, be more transparent with us. Get a better anti-cheat. Fix bug that don't let big plants grow all their fruit. Reset the guild. It's been unplayable since the weight update. Yes, the last one, the #1 clan was basically guaranteed their spot. I did discuss it in a previous video, but there was a weight bug to where people could get some plants that are very high in weight, and the competition was about who can get the most weight. So as soon as that thing got patched, nobody was really able to beat them, and that was a big problem. And then they had the perfect opportunity to just go and cross-trade all of their pets that they won from that guild event. And oh my god, there's a lightning event going on. Okay, this is good. Please hit this dragon breath. That way I can get 1,000 of them in my inventory and have a chance at competing in the better clans. But I can't agree more with what they said here. At the end of the day, we are 500,000 players. Don't leave us in the dark. We want communication. We need quality of life. The game is already clearly pay to win. Little did this guy know that they were going to add this guild event after he posted this. And then he said, and after waiting a week patiently, we deserve more. The developers do understand that the week update was pretty bad, but with them slowly implementing stuff, I believe that's their goal of getting us to basically change our mind with how the content is done. But to be honest, the way it's currently going with the number of stuff is just not working, and it would have to be more to the point where you actually have things to grind for, because ever since the release of the game, we've actually only gotten one other plant in here, and that's the Venom Spitter. It's not even the best plant, but hey, I guess it's a cool looking plant at least. Also, I don't even know what just happened in my game all of a sudden, but now it's foggy, bro. Is there a foggy event going on that I don't know about? I should also mention the devs have leaked a literal auctioneer guy inside of the game. Not only that, they leaked a brand new plant, but where are all of these things? Like, people want to see this. However, we are just getting none of them added inside of the game. Let me know which one you would like to see more, though, an auctioneer or a plant selling thing. Now, I believe an auctioneer is going to be somewhere where, like, you can go and just put a certain plant and accept different types of trades, because we actually have kind of already gotten leaks for that type of stuff. As you can see, the devs have leaked this thing called list to trade, and basically in this, you're going to be able to go list to trade, and basically a traveling trader will come in and you will be able to offer stuff with them. So I don't know if this is going to have to do with the auctioneer, if this is a separate thing, or if they're not even related at all. So I don't even know, but I would love if the developers communicated this more to us. But I'm really interested to know your thoughts on basically all of this. The duping issues, the cross trading, all of that stuff, and the pay to win this. So just let me know what you guys think, whether or not you're a fan of it, which honestly, I don't know how you would really be a fan of it unless you're a pay to win player. I personally myself am a pay to win player, but I am trying to speak for the majority of the community here. So hopefully, my, I guess, take is a good connection to what you think. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, all that I ask you to do is hurry up and watch this one on the screen right here. Once I picked it for you myself, and I really think you're gonna like it. It's a way better video, but pick it fast. This video is about to end, and until then, I will catch you all in that video. Hurry, pick it. Bye. Click